Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? This one is by Amir Odom. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. But it is called Why So Many People Dislike the Alphabet Mafia Community. I think this is Steve-O. Oh, my neck. Can you guys hear the cracking? Yeah, that was my neck. All right.
Do you know more people than ICE this year?
There's a very big movement of gays that really hate this gender identity stuff.
Not the fact that they're gay that bothers people. It's the antics.
In what age do you think most trans...
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos where the gay community really dislikes the Alphabet Mafia because of the fucking shit that they have done and the shit they get up to and the dumbassery that they try and pull. Your neck was crunchy. Yes, it was. No such things as trans... Exactly. No, yeah. No such thing as trans kids. Fuck whatever that retard Niara says.
trans kids determine that they're trans?
Violet told us when she was 1.5.
For the most part, it's the
1.5... Wait. I'm sorry. I need to hear what the question was again.
It's the antics.
In what age do you think most trans kids determine that they're trans?
That shouldn't even be a question. The Alphabet Mafia has been sending a lot of people back into the closet to avoid them. At what age? It's just trans kids. How have we fallen so far as a fucking society? Hello, Illusion. Nice to see you.
Violet told us when she was 1.5.
for the
I'm sorry. The kid's brain at 1.5 is basically fucking mush. They barely know what the fuck they're talking about or even thinking for that matter. Soulless Sin, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Nerd Empire. Because now I'm pissed. That woman should be arrested and have her children taken from her for endangerment. And yeah, that's about as dumb as a... You might as well be asking that question instead of that. At what age does a kid decide to do meth? That question makes more sense than the fucking trans one. I have a distinct feeling that this reaction vid is going to piss me off something terrible. I'm sorry.
most part, it's the regular everyday people and even the normal gays that are just sick and tired of what the LGBTQ plus community has become over the last few years. And that's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. So if you like this commentary style of
I like this guy, and I do recommend checking out his channel because he is really logical and based in what he says. He's a really good YouTuber. I like this guy.
content and you're just chilling right now, be sure to subscribe and let's dive right into this video.
I honestly don't think the mainstream straight population know that there's a very big movement of gays that really hate this gender identity stuff, and a lot of other...
I think it's not just the gays, lesbians, gays, bisexuals, the stuff that is actually about sexuality really are starting to hate on what the trans community has been doing with the Alphabet Mafia community. Because I think before the T was ever brought into it, the LGB was basically going about their life, just living their life and being left alone and just doing what they do. As soon as the T came into it, that's when it started going downhill and stuff became fuckery.
That is true, and that is rising, especially here on this channel. And a lot of my gay supporters, a lot of them, it's not even so much that you're conservative, it's just that you're just a regular gay dude, a regular gay woman, minding your business with your person. You're low-key.
And here's the thing. I personally have nothing against the trans people. Nothing against them. If they want to be trans and, you know, change their life, do whatever, you know, go be you. Do what makes you happy. Just one thing of advice. If you're going to get bottom surgery, especially the biological men who are transitioning to a trans woman, if you're going to get bottom surgery, make sure it is something that you really want, because that is irreversible. Once that is done, it is done. There is no going back. I got nothing against trans. Live your life as long as it doesn't mess with the lives of people around you. As soon as you start fucking with the lives of other people that is not your own, that's when I and a lot of society have a problem. Especially when you start bringing the shit near kids. And again, they're trying to add M to the alphabet of the accept. What the fuck is M? I honestly don't think that this is Munchausen syndrome. This is something far more perverse. Munchausen is always thinking your kid is sick. Oh. If, I swear to God, if that gets brought into the alphabet mafia, that is when they officially fucking die. That is when that entire community dies. As soon as they try to bring MAP into that, that is officially the end. It's not just the T's. The entire mafia is like a crooked union demanding dues, marches, and if you don't do what they tell you, you get harmed. 67% of people who are trans end up committing the... Yeah. And the other thing is, there are plenty of people who have done trans, who try and warn people that make sure this is what you want, because the medical bills alone and the medical stuff you have to go through just to do transition stuff is fucking hell. People are consistently sick. They have consistent problems. They have to do doctor visits a lot. And the cost of just keeping up with all this stuff is fucking astronomical. So people have to really make sure that it is what they want before they do it, because of all the shit that goes with it. And because of the mental decline that comes with it.
Doing what you want to do in your life. And in large part, a lot of us are sick and tired of being associated with the LGBTQ community in large because of the crazy things that they promote and stand for. We're tired of the antics, we're tired of the nonsense that's out there, and we want...
There was a reason John Hopkins stopped doing the transition surgeries. It never fixed the environmental factors. Yeah.
To just be left alone. The average gay couple really out there, it's Bert and Ernie. It's Lily Bert and...
Imagine being against gay marriage when it's actually just this. Yeah, Bert and Ernie are basically like the poster people for what a gay couple is. I have known several people who were part of the LGBT, and they legit wished grievous harm on those who go after kids. Yeah. Yeah, kids are the most precious and innocent things we have, and a lot of people really do not like it when people go after kids, especially those who are in prison. Those who go to prison for harming kids or doing stuff to kids are either beaten to absolute death or are just abused to hell and used. If even in prison stuff against children is not tolerated, then we as a society shouldn't even be tolerating anything like that sort of shit to children. Could I have you, Griffin, watch a music vid by Chris Webby of stream? Off stream? Bert and Ernie is 100% accurate. think I've heard of Chris Webby. Yeah, that's fine, King. Just DM me the link to the video, and when I'm off stream, I'll take a look at it. It undermines marriage as a whole, though, so it should. Yeah.
Only two dudes at home with their dog, minding their business, working, playing games, cuddling. It's chill. It's chill. And there's a rising movement of gay people, especially my friend Joey. Shout out to Joey. He has a group called the Untapped Society, and it's a group of just like very entrepreneurial gay people that are very professional and not into the big like circuit parties. Like, it's not gay, but it's for gay men. So go check them out if you want. But yeah, we're sick and tired of it, and there is a rising movement of regular gay people out there that are against all the nonsense.
And a lot of the other things that have piggybacked themselves onto our community and movement and lifestyles. I've met some straight men in particular, like at a wedding or in a bar or something, and then as the minority, I kind of allow some space for kind of being a bit non-PC, and I kind of drop a few things in there. And a lot of them go, oh, God, thank God, I thought I was going to have to walk on eggshells around you.
I do the same thing. If I'm around a lot of straight guys, I'll drop like a dark humor joke just so they know, like, yes, I am gay, but I'm not what most people think of when they hear gay. Like, I'm just chill, we can joke around, I'm not gonna be triggered, I'm not woke, I'm not none of that. And I'm not saying I'm this super far right, like conservative person, no. Pretty middle ground, obviously more on the right, but like, I'm just a regular dude. I crack dark humor jokes, I'm fine with a lot of words and slurs.
This whose subject is saddening. Confuses me when a person says, I'm mentally unstable, and the doctors say, take these drugs to make you more unstable and tell everyone to encourage further instability. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I know, Kurt. But this is also the type of stuff that needs to be talked about so people can understand how horrible it is.
Said, I'm all for free speech, I understand context, it's chill over here. And I do that with a lot of my help. Most of my friends are straight men, just because it's more chill and it's hard for me to find the regular gay people out there. Now I know there's a large audience of you guys watching me, and I'm trying to work on something this year to get all of us together, because I would love for that to happen so we can all network and meet other like-minded individuals. But man, I do the same damn thing.
And that's how a lot of like normies are starting to feel around not only the, you know, the blue-haired, not only those things, but also just average gay people, and they're not purposefully thinking, oh, all gay people are this insufferable. It's how we're portrayed.
Yeah.
All of our representation in media are narcissistic, attention-seeking.
I think a lot of the people that think that all the gays are narcissists, or they're intolerable, or the lesbians or the trans are those very vocal minorities that we see on like TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all those things. I think because of how loud they are with this stuff, it makes it look like they're the majority. So we get this idea that it is the majority and not the minority. So it's only the minority of the community that's actually very insufferable, and the majority of them just want to be left alone and just live out their life the way they feel comfortable doing so. And then the media continues the gaslighting. They continue the gaslighting. It sucks.
Idiots.
And it's crazy too, because it's coming from the side of like diversity, and we're all different, we're all loving and accepting, but again, you're a bunch of
Here's the other thing. I have a serious problem with diversity and inclusivity. Not everything in society, not everything in everyday life needs or even wants diversity and inclusivity. You don't need to be inclusive and diverse in every single aspect of fucking life. If you try and do that, it gets very annoying very quick, and you start pissing off a lot of people. But the minority have the loudest voices. Yes, they do. The problem is the people who make a small thing like preference their entire personality. Yes, those I can't stand those people. They're so annoying. They make one little thing about them their entire fucking image.
being paste twinks. It is. You go to any gay club, it's very stereotypical of who you will see there across the nation. All the gay clubs are the same. I mean, I know I have a little lisp and my hands and wrists flying everywhere. There's little things like that. I get it. Like,
It's the stereotypical gay thing to have like a lisp and talk like that. It's more of a joke at this point, but it's funny when you actually find a gay person who actually fits the stereotypical gay person. Oh, DEI is a joke. Making it important in a company inherently makes it a metric to be tracked. Hence a metric to hire by, so the entire point is concept. And then you end up being called racist if your preferences don't include other races. It's so fucking dumb. It is so that yeah, it's especially when it comes to communities or movies or games, they think that all of it needs diversity and inclusivity to be successful or be better. It's like, no, it fucking does not. Stop trying to make everything inclusive and diverse just to appease the masses. Like, especially with a lot of jobs, they try and hire to make it more balanced between, like, have like 50-50 of men and women, when they should just be hiring the people that have the best fit for the job. If you're a hiring person just because you're trying to fill a quota or something like that, then you are going to be a fucking shit company. Hire the people who fit the job best, who can do the job the best. And if the majority of those people are going to be male, then fuck it and hire those people because they can do the job. If the majority of those people are going to be female, then fine, that's fine. Just hire the people that are going to do the job the best, regardless of their fucking gender or political ideology or whatever the fuck they decide. The way I see it, we are all the human race. Yeah, I don't care what color you are. I don't care about race, creed, religion, sexuality, what sex I don't care. Do you have a good character? Can you do the job well? And can I get along with you? That's it. I don't fucking care about anything else. Diversity and inclusivity never included diversity of ideas, I know. Yeah, it's never a diversity of ideas or anything else. It's just so fucking retarded. I never heard of a planet Mexican or Russian. It's just these companies don't think about how to do the best job they can. They're doing it just to appease people, to make sure your feelings aren't hurt, to make sure all these shit things that don't matter. And then a lot of these companies are doing fucking horrible. Bugs the shit out of me. Fuck quotas, fuck the masses. Yeah. I have never heard. Yeah.
I'm called spade a spade. It is what it is. Obviously, I'm gay, but I definitely do not make it my entire identity. I am Amir. That is my identity. That is my personality. Yes, I am gay. Gay is a part of me, but I don't parade it around and dip and dive in. And well, I do be dipping and diving to concerts. I'm blunt and I keep it real. I'll put a clip of me right here, dipping and diving. I do that at the concerts. I can get.
Damn that move!
I'm blunt and I keep it real. I'll put a clip of me right here, dipping and diving. I do that at the concert.
Damn!
I can get fucking wild.
Dude's got moves. that little move he did there. Damn. I like this guy. He's good. That was good though. That little dip he did. That was good. Companies like Vanguard would strong-arm companies into hiring and doing DEI shit. It's why boycotts never worked until Vanguard filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, that was good.
But I'm not out here with like...
I like his little hand gestures and gay dancing that he's doing. It's fantastic. I love the dude. DI is simply an echo chamber for the intolerant while maintaining the facade of equality. Yeah.
The rainbows and the dyed hair and like super flamboyant, which not to say there's anything specifically wrong with that, but what I don't like is how the media portrays us to be, and it's like that's our only option. Because that happened to me when I first came out the closet. Well, really I was outed, but that's a story for another day. I was outed when I decided to come out the closet and like really embrace me being gay. I became a caricature of what gay is. Y'all, some of y'all may think I'm gay now. No, I flew out that damn closet. I was zesty McZesty. I was, oh my gosh, hi guys, my name's Amir and I'm gay.
Hi guys, like totally and so gay. Yas. Yas queen. I hate that I'm good at that. I'll probably be on, God, what time is it? Probably for another like 4 hours or so, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. If I tried doing a dip like that, like that man did, I would break a hip, my back, and my scrot. My knees would pop out of place, and I'd just fall. Oh, God. Have a good one, King. Yes, Valley Girl dialect. I hate that I'm good at the stereotypical gay voice. It's hilarious, but it sucks that I'm so fucking good at it. And I'm not gay at all.
That's how I literally used to introduce myself, because I thought, because of what I saw in mainstream media, because I saw the RuPaul's Drag Race and I saw what gay clubs were, and that's all you saw what gay was in the media. And that's why I love Heated Rivalry so much, because yeah, it got gay and it was like the sexy and stuff, I get that, but it was regular dudes. Like, it was a regular gay couple. It wasn't super flamboyant. It wasn't super woke. It was just a regular love story. And that's what I loved about it the most, because it gave a glimpse into another side of gay media that a lot of people just don't
Yas, slay.
see. And that alone was honestly such a sigh of relief, because like this guy said, there is this rising group of just normie gays. We're just dudes. That's it. Because even that alone, this idea of like a normal gay can feel isolating, can feel lonely, because it's almost like in order to be in the gay community and have that quote unquote community, you have to think exactly like them. And if you don't, you get kicked out, because you don't fit in this ideological box of what you're projecting onto me, what you're expecting me to be and how I should act. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy now just because I'm a gay dude that's not okay with like little kids transitioning. All of a sudden, I'm a bad person. Doesn't make any sense.
And this is something with the gay community that's always bothered me. It's not the fact that they're gay that bothers people. It's the antics.
Yeah.
Right? Because the only thing that makes you gay is the fact that you sleep with members of the same sex. But you being loud and rambunctious and walking around like Saucy Santana,
Jesus Christ.
that's not the gay part. The gay part is the sex acts that you engage in.
Yeah, the fact that there's this vocal minority of gay people think that there's more to being gay than just being only attracted to the same sex and having sex with the same sex. It's like, that's all that gay is. There's nothing more to it. That's it. The fact that you think there has to be more to it says more about you having a problem than what actual gay is. Netflix is doing a reboot of Brokeback Mountain with gals instead of guys. So it should be Brokeback Valley?
They wear that identity along with their homosexuality and say, and when we have a problem with that, they say that we're being homophobic. The gay part is actually private, right? You don't have sex in the street.
Yeah, see, I got no problem with any of the Alphabet Mafia community. See, if you want to be gay, go ahead and be gay. There's nothing wrong with you being gay. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to suck a dick or take it up the ass. Nothing wrong with that. If it makes you happy, go right fucking ahead. If you only want to date dudes, go ahead. I don't give a fucking shit. Hell, I've had gay dudes actually fucking hit on me. That's a fucking compliment. It's like, hey, look at that. I'm cute to both men and women. Yay. But it's when you try and take it a step further than what it actually is when society starts to have a problem. Because you're pulling all these antics that's just disrupting everybody else's life. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy as long as it doesn't affect those around you. As soon as it starts affecting those around you is when people start having a problem with you. And if you think that's a problem, then you are the problem. Call that movie Brokeback Clam Slam. Wokeback Mountain. It's gonna sound
Right.
So, and it's 100% fine for them to do that. But when somebody has a problem with it, to label them as homophobic.
Right. Most people out there, especially obviously I'm not straight, but I feel like when I'm talking to my straight friends and I'm reading the straight comments, most straight people just have a problem with the identity that you're attaching to being gay. Because like dude said, the only thing that's gay is what I do behind a closed door. Sexuality, sex, male, female, what y'all doing, gay, straight, bi, we've gone through the whole deal. That's what being gay is. And some people don't really have an issue with that because it's behind a closed door.
Yeah, I'd say the vast majority of society, like 90 to 99% of society, have absolutely no problem whatsoever with any of the LGB part. We don't. You're doing what you like, what is your preference. It's when you start and try to make that identity your entire identity and start making it so it starts affecting those around you or society as a whole is when society has a problem. And for you to think that when we start having a problem with you, you call everybody homophobic or whatever other kind of dumbass phobic. It's like, no, we have no problem with your sexual preference. We have a problem with you being a dumbass trying to affect everyone else around you because of your fucking preference. When 50 Shades of Grey came out, a guy got arrested for flicking spoonfuls of mayo in the Ew.
But when people call out,
Are they sure it was mayo?
hey, I'm not cool with all this antics. I'm not cool with the pride flag being flown around. I'm not cool with it.
This shit needs to stay out of schools. If you want to put the shit in a school, put it in fucking college when kids are, of adult age, legal adult age. Keep this shit out of K through 12, be it preschool, kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, and high school. Keep it out of all 5 of those things. You want to put it somewhere, you want to teach people about this stuff, put it in fucking college. When there are legal adult aged people choosing if they want to learn about this shit or not. This shit should not be anywhere near children. Because they are children. Let kids be kids. Teach them the stuff they need to know. Math, history, English, science, other electives, I guess. Finance, whatever. But keep this alphabet mafia shit out of these schools, out of K through 12. Must have been hey, I like Miracle Whip. That's what I use to put on. That's what I use for my sandwiches. Absolutely should not be around the kids, especially with with what those stripes mean. Definitely keep it out of the schools. Yeah, it's just so fucking. And at one point, I remember they tried to replace the red, white, and blue American flag with the rainbows. And as soon as they tried to announce that, I was like, yeah, you are not fucking doing that. And these teachers forcing kids to discover what their pronouns are should be arresting for. And they're also keeping, they're trying to tell kids that of how they should think and to keep it from their fucking parents. I'm sorry, but if I had kids and if they came home and told me this sort of shit that the teachers were telling them to do, like keep it from me, I'm immediately going to that school, going up to that teacher and say, you come near my fucking kids again with this shit. You tell them this shit again, and I'm putting your face through the fucking wall. I am very, very protective of the people I love and care for, especially my fucking family. You do not come near my family with this shit. If I had kids, I would put them in the fucking ground. If you take the new pride flag, put 4 of them together, and they form German shape. I know, yeah, I saw that. I saw a picture of that. That was funny. Apparently, some 4chaners invaded Reddit and suggested it as a prank. I'll be bringing a goddamn lawsuit and make sure those perverts never go anywhere near children. Lock and load. I'll bring the shovel and the plastic bags.
Being in the schools, pride parades don't make sense to me. When they're giving...
That's another thing. Fucking pride parades. They are no longer pride parades. There is no pride parade anymore. When it first started out, yes, it was an actual pride parade. Pride parades now are nothing but a kink and fetish parade. Because they bring in people that are in chains and leather and these fucking dog head things, and they're being led around on leashes and crawling on all fours and doing all this kink and fetish shit. And there are parents who are knowingly bringing their fucking children to this shit and saying it's okay. There are people who think it's okay for kids to watch a pride parade. I mean, see, here's the thing. If you want a pride parade, keep it pride. If you want a kink and fetish parade, then make sure you have it as invitees only and 18 plus. We were warned as kids about free candy vans, but now they should watch out for free candy ma'ams. They are perverted exhibitions. As much as I don't mind someone putting a collar on me, that stays in the bedroom. Yeah. Yeah, see, I mean, if you want to do public stuff, make sure it's not, there's nobody around. Like, go to an abandoned park or something and do shit out in public or whatever. But keep it away from fucking children. Keep a kink parade in the dungeon. Yeah, pretty much. In the most recent Pride Parade, there were literal perverts waving their goods in children's faces, and the parents were okay with it. No, I'm sorry. If somebody came up to my child and tried to do that, I would cave their face in. BDSM ball doesn't belong around the kids. Yeah, none of this. It's like I said, it's no longer a pride parade anymore. It stopped being a pride parade as soon as that sort of shit started entering the parade. It is now a kink and fetish parade. It is a BDSM parade. I would have helped them transition at that point. I'll help you transition your face into the fucking concrete. How about that? That's the transition I'll help you with. It would be a worthy reason to go to prison. Yeah, I would go to prison if it was meant to protect children.
Their critiques on the supposed identity that we...
I have to pee. I have to use the bathroom. I've been drinking a lot of pop, so I'll be right back. Like my entire top shelf of my fridge. I forgot to mute my mic again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tactical and Happy. I forgot to mute my mic. I don't keep my bathroom door shut because the cat litter box is in there, so I have to leave it open. Oh, God. I am so sorry. I forgot to mute my mic. Oh, God. Don't worry. I'll be editing all that out when I get to editing all the videos. Oh, I can't believe you guys can hear that. My mic is really fucking good. Might want to get that leak fixed. Oh God. How embarrassing. From a gig. Oh, that ages me, man. Gryphonknight is really Frank Drebin. Oh God. Oh, I love Naked Gun. That was such a great movie. I thought I heard a shower that realized I'd bacon cookie. Oh. God. Okay, back to the video.
Bill as gay community, and people are critical of that, you're lumping it in and saying, oh, now they're homophobic, oh, they're a POS, oh, they're bad, when in reality, they just don't like with the antics. The super loud, the super like ratchet, the super like twinkish, the super like very pushy. The pushy gays. Now, I'm all for you living your truth and being who you want to be. You can do that all day long. But at the same time, just because someone doesn't like you, your identity, and what you're doing doesn't mean they hate the act that you do. Because they very well can have gay friends that are very chill, very low-key, not even low-key, they're very like themselves, you know? They're very just like normal human beings. But when you have...
Yeah, with a lot of gays, you can't really tell that they're gays. You have to kind of... Because there are a lot of people who are really good at hiding it. Or they just don't look it. Most of the people I know are gay. I didn't find out were gay until they actually told me because they didn't look gay.
Have this LGBTQ community that is very loud and colorful, flamboyant, rambunctious, sexual. It's like, I don't want any part of that, and saying you don't want any part of that doesn't automatically make you homophobic. Because like I said before, there's a lot of regular gay dudes, lesbian, bisexual people who want no part of the modern day LGBTQ community. Hell, I'll even go as far as saying like the other dude said when he be cracking the dark humor jokes to kind of cut the tension to not be...
There was something Jeffree Star said that actually made sense. He doesn't understand why the T is part of LGB, because LGB is a sexuality. When did the T come into it? And I don't know why Q or queer is part of it, because queer is just another word for gay.
Automatically associated with the modern day LGBTQ community. I like, if I was in the closet now, it's like, now it's even harder to come out. Because now when I come out, I have to like disclose, hey, I'm gay, but I'm not, there we go. I'm gay, but I'm not, you know, you get what I'm saying?
I'm gay, but I'm not gay.
Like, there's a difference between being gay and then being like, that it is what it is. And most of the LGBT community is just, it's too much. It's become too much. And it's why you're seeing a decline in the respect for the LGBTQ community, especially given all the amount of people with the TQ plus, all the non-binaries, all the trans, like all that stuff.
I'm going to say this, and there are going to be people who probably listen to this afterward that probably are not going to like what I say. Non-binary is not a thing. It has never been a thing. It never will be an actual thing because non-binary doesn't exist. If non-binary existed at any point in human history, they would have gone extinct fucking immediately because they don't have any way of fucking reproducing. Non-binary does not exist. Neither does any other of the 8 million sexualities that people fucking claim they are, or 8 million genders that there are. There's just male, female. If you want to include a third one, that would be intersex or hermaphrodite. That's if you want to include that one. If you don't want to include that one, then there's only two, male and female. That's it. It's okay to be gay. Skybrows. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's just male and female. Intersex, if you want to include that one, like I said. But if you don't, then it's just male and female. Non-binary doesn't exist. It's called hexadecimal? The fuck is that? Well spoken and articulate he is. Very rare, normally considered healthy. What the fuck is hexadecimal? I'm gonna look that up. Intersex is legitimate because there is a condition where a hermaphrodite is born. I knew one person when I was younger who had actually born with both sexual organs. She just told people she was male to female. to save the trouble. Yeah. Base 16 numerical system. Nerd joke. Oh. I'm a nerd, but I'm not that nerd. I'm not that nerdy. But yeah, this guy really is he is really well spoken and articulate with what he says.
Side has just been plummeting gay rights and the respect for gay rights and gay people because of the harm that they're doing. It's sad and it's frustrating.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, I belong in here. I just have a deep voice.
Okay, can I ask you another one?
Yeah, sure.
What color lipstick is that?
Pink poodle. It's a matte color.
How it feels being in the women's restroom as a trans woman. This is why I like...
This is a very touchy subject when it comes to the trans community. But if you're going... There should be just a separate bathroom made for trans people at this point. Just make a trans bathroom, please, for the love of God, so we can end this fucking conversation. And if there are trans bathrooms made, and the trans woman is still trying to go into the girls' bathroom, no. Just no. Because there are children in there that don't need to be seeing your ugly fucking ass in there. They basically wait until someone is an adult and they will do the procedure for the sex that is the most prevalent. But it's literally like, yeah. They would still demand to go into the women's bathroom. There is a reason you do not cater to them. Yeah. The reason why we have such a problem with the trans part of the alphabet mafia is because we keep fucking catering to their idiocy. That's the reason why there's such a problem. There is like no line drawn in the sand for them. It is just completely open field, no line drawn, and they do what they fucking want. And if they don't get their way, they cause a fucking problem for society until they get their fucking way, like a wailing, tantrum throwing fucking 5-year-old. I think South Park hit the nail on the head with this subject. South Park. Oh God, they bash anything and fucking everything. That is like the one thing that is permanently immune to anything and anyone trying to cancel them. You can't. It's South Park. But yeah, it's just, I don't think trans women should be allowed in women's bathrooms. It's too much of a risk.
A lot of people, just regular everyday people, are over this BS because now you look crazy. No shade. You already look crazy as a...
The problem is with the people who ignore the trans loophole that the perv predators use. And when you try to explain, they start glitching and dropping ist and phobe error codes. Yeah, 404 does not compute. This man in a dress is no doubt a perv. Autogynephilia should be a... I don't know what that... I've never heard of that word, Happy.
It is like the cross-dressers and the trans you already were seen as crazy. It was almost as if people respected it a little bit more because you put in the effort and you tried, you know? When there was a cross-dresser or when there was a trans person, they really tried their hardest to be a woman. And then now you have a grown man with long hair slapping on makeup and a dress saying, oh, I belong in the women's restroom. It's that shit right here that bothers people, that upsets people.
The one person that has done the worst damage possible to trans people who are just trying to live their life and just, you know, be left alone is the dumbass dude who records himself going to these different restaurants or to Disney and causes a problem for the people because he was misgendered. I forget his fucking name, but my God, is he fucking everywhere, and my God, is he fucking annoying. And it's the fetishization of being a woman. They get off to it. Sexual happiness from being seen as a woman. As Leaflet's song once said, let the asylum... Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I forget that guy's name, but he's... Originally, I understand the trans people of what they were doing, but it's gone so far off kilter that everybody wishes that they would just fucking go away. Lily Tino, thank you. That dumb bastard. I'm not gonna call him a she because he's not a she. He's a fucktard.
That makes people just extremely uncomfortable because of just this extreme rise over the last, if I would say, 5 to 7 years of grown men playing dress up, going into these women's bathrooms, causing a scene, acting a fool, posting.
The strange part is the worst of them all look like Christian. I don't know. I think the ones that are a major problem are the ones that are basically saying, I deserve to go into the women's bathroom, or you should let me go into the women's bathroom, or you can't stop me from going into the women's bathroom. Those are the ones that are the most dangerous because they feel that they have a right to go into the women's bathroom just because they are dressed as a woman or they have woman products on or stuff like that. Those are the ones that actually are the real actual danger. The guy who went to jail for his mom. Oh. Damn. Let Hugo Strange deal with them. Wonder who gets this reference. I know Hugo Strange. I just can't remember where I know him from.
Online for clicks and views. All you're doing is...
This one's going to be a really long video.
Making people not like the gay community. Because even now, when you go to like these gay organization websites like Glenson and Glad, they're all talking about trans stuff and non-binary stuff. A lot of the times, these gay organizations have nothing to do with gay people. The LGB, the lesbian, gay, and bi have nothing to do with that. It's all the TQ+. And they're literally separate, and they should be separate. I hate what it's become because when you ask these...
Yeah, even Jeffree Star says that the LGB should be separated from the TQ+. Because they're not the same thing. They are, in fact, separate. And even I think they should be separated. But it has helped me. I generally wish I did not know the shit. Chris Chan was the canary in the coal mine, the first YouTuber that everyone saw go down this crazy road. Can't stop you from going to the women's bathroom. You're right, I can't stop you from going to the women's bathroom. The 45 in my wife's handbag can, though. Yeah. If I ever hit somebody who is a trans woman and says, you can't hit me, I'm a woman. I can, in fact, hit you because you are a man. And I will hit you because I can. When did the words no fuck off stop being used to these kind of people? What I never understand is why cater to these people. Even normally they make less than 1% of the population. Yeah, we got to stop catering to the minority of society because that does nothing but bring horrendous negatives to society. You can't cater to the minority. You have to worry about the majority.
Normal people, hey, what are your thoughts on the LGBTQ community? Do you support them? Hell, I would say no too. Because if me saying yes automatically means that I'm supporting this and the trans kids and all types of craziness, no. No, I don't support any of that.
I think for the past like 5-10 years, I don't know if anybody has actually really wholeheartedly supported the Alphabet Mafia community because of the fucking shit they have been pulling. I don't think anybody has genuinely supported them.
I don't. Oh, my right to be married.
Do yourself a favor, Griffin. Make sure you live in a state that does not entertain the trans. I live in Minnesota, and I have no idea if they do or don't. You can't hit me. I'm a woman. Me. Oh, so you... So now you don't believe in equality for all. How bigoted.
I want my right to be seen as an equal, according to the law, to other people out there, the straight folk.
Well, I live in Minnesota, and I will continue to do so because this is where my family is.
Left alone. That's about it.
Something that you love that's not family or friends.
I love, I'm just saying this because it's on my mind, the trans children who showed up yesterday at the state capitol
I'm sorry, but if you like enable the shit for trans children, you should by law have your children taken away from you. By law, have your children taken away from you, because you have at that point severely so far failed as a parent that any right you have to being a parent should be taken away. If you have children, have them in a place that will protect them. I thought they banned gender affirming surgeries under 18. I don't know if it's countrywide, but there are doctors who do it. Well, the suit's eyes are in different time zones.
To advocate for their humanity. They shouldn't have to, but it was an inspiration to watch.
This man is a Texas Democrat Senate candidate, James Tallarico. I hope I'm saying his last name right. Just the interview asked him, hey, what's something else that you love?
I swear to God, he's reading a prompt. I refuse to believe someone has that as a first answer or any answer close to top 100. Some states allow it, so learning your state laws. I live in Florida, so I don't have to worry about that shit.
And he's saying the trans kids that support me. Now I understand this man is straight, but this is a big reason why there's a lot of other people out there on the other side that are just over all the gay stuff and just do not like anything gay related. What do you mean you love the idea of trans kids supporting you and their bravery, fighting for their...
Trans and kids, those two words should never be together. That is the thing, they should never be together. And yet, for some reason, in this reality, in our society, they are.
Acceptance. They're a child. They're literally a child. And this is why I speak out so much about stuff like this, because it is literally impacting our laws in this country at this level.
And the thing is, they're kids. Their brains are sponges. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like, if a boy plays with girl stuff or he just puts on a dress and just runs around being a kid, that's fine. He's being a kid. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing. It becomes a problem the moment you start thinking, hey, he believes he's a girl. We should start doing gender affirming shit to make him believe he's a girl forever. That's when it starts to becoming a problem. Just because the kid's wearing a dress, playing with Barbies, shit like that, doesn't mean he believes he's a girl. He's a kid. He doesn't understand any of this stuff. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just being a kid and having fun because he finds it fun. I don't understand why you think that once he when he puts on a dress and starts playing with Barbies, you think, oh, he believes he's a girl. We should affirm this. We should start doing all this gender shit. The minute you have that thought, you have failed as a parent. My brother is the same person who wore a pink shirt with no fucks given. Now he has 6 children with his... 6 children? Damn! Kids wanted to drink Prime. If anything that says they can't make an adult decision, that's it. Yeah, it's just... You can't think that your child believes they're one thing just because they're playing with something that's opposite to them. They're just a kid. Their brains aren't fully developed. Hell, people who are 18 still have brains that aren't fully developed. Your brain doesn't fully develop until 25. And you think a kid who is less than 10 years old can make such a life-altering decision as that? We have a large family. Kids will say they are a transformer. Do I believe it and now throw him off the roof for him to fly? No. Entertain his fantasy, but you should know better. I'm over 30 and my brain isn't fully developed. I'm a tomboy and I don't mind doing things men do to help if I can. Yeah, see, it's if my kid says, like, I'm a princess and he's a boy, I'd be like, that's great, son. And, he'll probably act like a princess for a little bit, but then he'll go right back to being a guy or being a boy. 90% of the time, I think like 99% of the 9 out of 10 times, the kid will just revert back to what they were because they're a kid. Kids want. I wanted to join Starfleet and work on the Enterprise when I was a kid. Yeah. There are several people over 25 that I believe never even fired off a neuron. Nah, we going camping at that point. Yeah, kids are just kids. Let them do what they think is fun, you know, as long as it doesn't bring severe harm to themselves. But let them do what they think is fun, and they'll be fine. They're a kid.
There's a U.S. senator talking about it. It blows my mind. There are grown adults out there, lots of them, that are promoting, pushing, and supporting this idea of trans youth and trans kids getting surgeries. I'm sorry, if a little girl came up to you and said, my breasts aren't big enough, I want a boob job, you would look at that kid like they're crazy, and you would not let them get a boob job. So if that's the case, why are we sitting here and allowing them to medically castrate themselves for life because they feel like the opposite sex? If this child is a minor and they cannot consent to have sex because they are a minor, because they are not developed, because they don't know how to be manipulated, because they don't know any of that, right? We're all in agreement that these minors, like, you know, they can't consent to have sex with adults, and it's nasty and it's wrong. That is wrong. But at the same time, there's a group of people saying, even though they can't consent to have sex, they can't consent to control what they're doing with their body parts, they can control to just get rid of it. The logic.
Where is the logic in that? If they can't consent to have sex, what makes you think they can consent to do any of this other trans shit? Where is your logic?
Logic doesn't add up. They can consent to just, you know what? They can't consent to have sex, but they can consent to change their sex. It doesn't line up, and that's why people are like, oh my gosh, it's a slippery slope into the whole PDF file, that community, because there was something in Tennessee. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I think it was, and it wasn't just Tennessee, it was like a march, Trans Youth March for Body.
This is the second coming of castrati. Interestingly, the history about them has been swept under the rug. I don't know castrati. They want this to be logic so that those people who belong to Pippa's Chippy can be validated. These people is just... I don't understand how I can live on the same planet as these people. There was a good question I heard before. If the genitals don't define gender, why does changing them do? I heard a couple of comedians say that before.
Autonomy? Is that what it was? Protest? Yeah, I'll put this image up. Was it Tennessee? Where was this? Young people organized DC Transgender Rights March. And this banner says, March for Queer and Trans Youth Autonomy.
What makes this community even worse is they're also putting this trans shit into children's fucking cartoons. Like, Blue's Clues was one of them. They brought it into Blue's Clues. Why are you putting this shit in cartoons? They're even putting the scars and shit from, like, trans surgeries into these cartoon characters. How did it even get greenlit? The trans stuff was pushed by the Epstein crowd. Messed up stuff. Castrati, singular, castrato, where male singers in the 17th and 18th centuries castrated before puberty to preserve their high soprano or alto. Damn. They made Jurassic Park into a lesbian romance. Like, oh, was that the newest Jurassic Park? Like, for real, let kids be fucking kids. Yeah, apparently kids aren't going to be left alone. You put it into cartoons to desensitize people. Yeah, it was like the kids 3D version.
Autonomy. They're a minor. They ain't got no damn autonomy. That's their parents. And even then, the parents don't have full rights over their child in any extent of harming them. If I see my neighbors beating their child's ass, I'm talking wop, 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 beating their ass, I can call CPS and a parent is getting taken.
He had a hood moment. If I see my neighbors beating their ass, he had a real hood moment there. I highly recommend for them to bring back the old cartoons: Ben 10, Teen Titans, Samurai Jack, Scooby Doo, Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, I love based black tits.
From the child because they're harming the child. And there's a lot of people out there who would say even the detransitioners, the LGBTQ community, their voices matter too, that says you are harming a minor by transitioning them. Just insane as it is that you have this.
You're basically mutilating minors.
Senate Democrat talking about and promoting, oh, I love trans youth. It doesn't stop there. New York Attorney General demands hospitals.
I miss the days where all we had in cartoons was violence and the knowing was half the battle.
Resume gender affirming treatment for trans youth. Make it make sense. On the left, we see here the Trump administration proposed cutting federal funding to hospitals offering gender affirming care to minors, but these proposals did not change existing law obligations under New York state law. Basically, Trump.
This is what they should do. They should make it into law that it is absolutely, without any loophole, illegal to do any sort of gender affirming or anything of that subject or related to said subject, illegal to do on minors. And any doctor or hospital trying to protect said doctor, trying to do that stuff to children, immediately should lose their license, be barred from any sort of medical practice, and be put in jail for 20 plus years. That's how it should go. Because you are abusing, you are mutilating, and you are grooming that child. And any politician or lobbyist or whatever trying to make it so that these doctors can do this stuff should also be put in jail, should also be barred from any sort of legal thing, be banned from it, to have their license taken away, and be put into jail for 20 plus years. I still can't get over the fact that they can't get a tattoo because it's too permanent yet, but they can sterilize themselves and chop off bits of them fine. Yeah. See, the thing is, death is a way to escape. How are you supposed to punish them? How are you supposed to make them pay for what they've done? How are you supposed to let them feel the pain if you kill them? I think being executed is too light of a sentence for them. They need to be punished for what they've done. I think anyone promoting it should be jailed and put on the SOR looking, you Niara, you male shitbag. Too many powerful people in powerful places are having those lists vanish. Yeah. You do have a point there, Happy.
Administration.
Because see, I on one hand, I want them to live so we can punish them for the rest of their lives. But on the other hand, I also don't want to waste money keeping them alive. So we should execute them. So it's just, you can make them feel pain is by forcing them to watch the Acolyte every day. Yeah, woke feminist Star Wars.
We'll talk about that as a whole.
Have them turn big rocks into little rocks.
Topic, they're saying, hey, You hospitals out there, y'all need to stop mutilating children.
And they have to do it
These
by
minors,
hand.
y'all gotta stop. And the New York Attorney General is demanding that the hospitals resume changing children's genders. Can't change it, but like literally mutilating them. That's what they're doing. And much like other people out there, I am sick and tired of being called homophobic or transphobic for not supporting trans minors. I'm tired of being told how to think on this topic and even in general, and it is why I'm such an advocate for today's sponsor, Ground News. Ground News is a website and app that shows you how one story is being framed.
Ad. Just send them to the salt mines and time will take care of it. We need torture to catch up with the AI chatbots. Oh wait, we already have a Gemini.
How the story's being framed, it's if you're even seeing it at all. So instead of
Yeah. Be a computer buggy. How come these hospitals won't cover detransitioning? I don't know.
Circle over here, we have gay people. In this circle over here, we have people who you consider to be homophobic, but are actually just annoyed with your shit. Because nobody has worked as hard as the gay community has over the last several years. Through being insufferably loud, demanding, intrusive little victims, you have effectively destroyed all public opinion of the gay community. Now you're mad that the fire that you started has burned you. Now I didn't finish filling out my diagram here. You see where these circles intersect? That's me. That is myself and the other gay conservatives here on social media who have been working hard, who are gay but have been critical of the gay community. Us who are gay but have been calling out the atrocious behavior that has been celebrated and uplifted within the gay community. Us who are gay who are trying to save the community from itself. So you can continue calling us and anyone else with valid criticisms and concerns homophobic, or you can say, perhaps we did create an issue.
We definitely did create.
I like that lady. Very based, very logical. I like where her head's at. She deserves a high five, a clap, round of applause, thumbs up, you know, all that stuff. Very based.
Create an issue, and shout out to Becky, really sweet woman friend of mine.
Nobody wants.
And be sure to follow her below. I have all the links to all the videos down below in the description. That was great. The only caveat that I would say is it's not just conservative gays in that little middle. I would just say it's middle ground gays. I mean, hell, there's even more. Like, I've met liberal gay people who are tired of their own side shit. Like, just because they're hypercritical of the liberal side doesn't mean they've left it.
I'd call her sir, that's for sure.
So I wouldn't put it off just to conservative gays, but in large part,
amen, sister. Preach with that Venn diagram.
yes, it is more middle ground and leaning right, but I will shout out, I will give justice to the more liberal gays who are also tired of them because they matter too, and they're honestly the more effective ones to really cut down all of this. Because for the most part, like the black dude said in the beginning of this video, it's not so much that they're homophobic, they're just annoyed. They're tired. They're burnt out. Like the black fatigue, this is gay fatigue. Like fatigue. The sticks, the bundle of sticks. If you know, you know. If you Google what up, can you actually Google that? Is that the official word for a bundle of sticks? Let me make sure. Bundle.
Yeah, fag is a cigarette. A faggot, I believe, is a bundle of sticks.
Of sticks. Yup. Go ahead and Google that. A bundle of sticks. That's what we're talking about, and that's what people are annoyed by. They're just annoyed of them. Annoyed of sticks. Because they are effectively ruining everything that gay people have fought for. And all the respect that gay people have fought for. We saw all through the 2010s, respect for gay people rising. It was cool. It was chill. Then boom. The TQ plus came out of nowhere. The flag changed. The acronyms got added on. And everything went to shit. That's just about where we're at, and I'm fighting hard. We're all fighting hard to do PR damage control for these sane gay people out there, because I still want to be respected. I still want to be seen as a great person in society. I have nothing to do with the craziness. They're not aligned with me. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they do need to stop. And I will call it out because they're attaching me to them. In that because I'm gay, I'm automatically about all that and in that bubble. And no, I want no part of that at all.
Do you know more people than ICE this year? Trans shooters.
Hello.
Do you know the majority of these high school shootings have been transgender people?
I've actually recently found that out too. Like a lot of these school shootings that have been coming out, the perpetrators of them have been trans people, which I found quite surprising. And so it was just the trans community needs to get their fucking shit together. I'm all for the LGBTQ.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Talk to this transgender person, like, hey, can I run something by you? And I spoke with them. They described to me a level of oppression that genuinely fucking broke my heart. They said, hey, let me tell you, like, I am not allowed to use the bathroom at my own place of work. We've got like politics.
That's not true. They're just not allowed to use the bathroom. It doesn't align with their biological sex.
Okay. They can go use the bathroom. You can use the bathroom.
Realize
this is such a great clip, and I haven't seen it. I've been hearing about this, and I have to include this video because this right here is a friend trying to save a friend. He's like, oh shit, he's been captivated by this like mindset. Let me break this down respectfully.
Okay, folks, it's time for me to make. All right, you go make your kid dinner there, Ninja.
Acts and just shut it down right at the jump. This is what we all should be doing with our friends who are on the Stefo side of things.
I think there's people that feel like they are in the wrong biological sex.
Sure.
Right? But there's also people that are fucking perverts.
Yep.
And they have a thing called autogynephilia. And what that is they get a turn on by pretending to be a woman. They get
which I've seen enough video.
No, autogynephilia. That's how it's pronounced.
And enough pictures. Obviously, I can't include
you as well,
here.
Ninja. Thank you for being here.
Research yourself and just trust me on this. But it's a grown man in a dress, full on, bricked up, ready to go, just poking out the dress. I'm not even joking. Fully bricked up, poking out the dress. You can look it up.
They get excited by it, and they want to be around women, and they're creeps. And so you give them a fucking Willy Wonka golden ticket to go into the women's locker room and the women's bathroom and stare at women and pretend you're a woman when you're just a crazy man.
Yep.
And you're actually into women.
Okay.
That's real too, man.
I don't doubt that that's real, and I know that it's a super complex, nuanced thing. And
but here's what's not complex. What is your chromosomes?
Right.
Okay? This is the same thing for...
Yeah, and these are the same people who try and say to the high heavens or to the deep hell that chromosomes and biology doesn't make you man or a woman. And it's like, did you flunk out of middle school? Did you flunk out of school? Are you actually that retarded? And you have to think, they probably are that retarded because they just said that. And they firmly fucking believe it.
Competing. All these fucking mental gymnastics that seemingly intelligent people do to justify biological males competing.
It's not super nuanced. There's so many of these now. It's such a stupid argument. If there is no such thing as a woman, then what are you pretending to be? It's like if there's no such thing as a woman, then how did you come into existence? Because you realize without a man and a woman, you cannot exist.
With females.
Oh, I'm with the, I don't think anybody's
It's the same thing.
Right.
It's the same thing.
It is the same.
Right.
And especially as speaking as a man who has daughters, like there are creeps. And if you give a creep, and I'm not saying all trans people are creeps.
Right.
But a lot of these fucking people that are in trouble for going into women's bathrooms dressed as a woman.
They're creeps. They're getting in trouble. They're going to jail. They're taking pictures. They're taking videos.
I'm retarded, but I'm not that retarded. I pity the devil. His home's being hit with their apocalypse.
They're causing a scene. It's always been a thing, the creeps, but it's never been this concentrated. It's never happening this much, this frequently at all. Because like Joe Rogan said, you're giving them the golden ticket to just go in the bathroom and do whatever they want. When before, if there was a crossdresser or a trans woman that actually went into the bathroom, a women's bathroom, I'm gonna say pre-2015, they made sure it was...
Griffin, if you ever want to know about any of this shit, I will gladly sit down with you and tell you, since you want to happily explain it. Their apocalypse. Yeah, see, it's just, it's amazing. The reason why the rise of this stuff has happened so fucking quickly over the past, especially like the past 5 to 10 years, it's happened so fucking fast, is because not one single person in power decided to put their foot down and say, you are not doing this. We are stopping this. Nobody fucking did that. They decided to, enable this shit. They decided to actually help these people because they didn't want to hurt their feelings, because it would make them look bad. Instead of putting their foot down and saying, fuck off, you're not going to be this stupid and we're not going to put these people in danger. They said, fine, we'll appease them so they don't get their feelings hurt. Not one person put their foot down. Not one person said we are going to stop this because it is disgusting. Does not align with society. No one did that. If somebody did that, if one or more person who was in power did that, shit would not be as bad as it is now. Keep in mind they were going to do this in a slow boil approach. And a lot of virtue signaling bullshit narratives. So much has been happening in the background that y'all are unaware. Everyone that pushed against the crazies got banned and silenced. Foot down? No. The people in power were pushing anyone who opposed. Again, those in power refused to be stern, and now these freaks can do whatever they want, and they claim being a decent person is bad for the kids. Yeah, it's just... Oh, our society is fucked. I don't know if society will fix itself in my lifetime, but I hope to God it does.
Empty, or like they'll knock, or they'll like use a single bathroom, or they'll go in and out with their girlfriends, or they were really passing. They still did it, but it wasn't like it is now. What we're seeing now is actually pure insanity.
With a fucking beard and a heart on are just that. They're creeps.
Right, okay.
They're crazy men. And these crazy men, their entire life, they would get beaten up for that. And now all of a sudden, they have to be accepted. So you've got two things going on at the same time.
That too. They were getting jumped more. Honestly, and it's another video I'm working on, we need more consequences. We do. We need more consequences.
This madness was crippled by the meme wars. Long live Kekistan. Did you see who Mamdani is hiring? No. You're gonna... It's going to surprise in a good way. You have my word on this. Okay.
Since consequences for people, bad people doing.
Yeah, we don't. Well, yeah, we don't have enough consequence. We don't have enough. We don't have enough bad things that happen in consequence of what these people are trying to do. They're just given free reign to do what they want with no regard to those around them or the consequences that could happen, that should happen to these people.
Bad things. Because we're living in a society now, you can just say whatever you want and you're respected. I am this, you're respected. Don't offend this person. Don't say this, don't say that. No. We need very, very...
Oh, I will say what I fucking damn well please. If somebody doesn't like what I say, well, you know what? That's not my problem. You either accept the logic and reality that we live in, or you can live in your fantasy world and be offended by anything and everything around your ass. I don't give a shit.
Very, very harsh and cruel punishments so people can learn how to act in a society. And if they don't know how to act after that, you're getting medical help or you're getting sent to an insane asylum. Something. But how people are like promoting and
We really need to bring insane asylums back. Like, our society is in desperate, and I mean fucking desperate need of fucking insane asylums.
Pushing for this, like the senators, like the general attorneys, like our vice president, well, before vice president, Kamala and Biden, all. No, it's disgusting.
You've got people with gender dysphoria that genuinely wish they were a woman or genuinely wish they were a man. And by the way, it's men that are the problem. No one gives a fuck about trans men
No one.
going into the men's bathroom? Come on in. Who cares?
Right.
It's because guys don't give a shit. It's because trans men aren't trying to do the dumb fucking shit that trans women are trying to do. I haven't really heard anything bad about trans men. Not one. Because they're not trying to pull the dumbass shit that these trans women are. Not one single person I've heard of has a real actual problem with trans men. The consequences we have for them is economic. They are losing their jobs. The gaming industry is proof of it. Boycotts. You spread awareness of two school shooters. Huh.
Who cares? Oh, a girl's gonna shit next to you, or what is she gonna do? She's gonna pee out of a funnel.
Right,
What is
right,
she
right.
gonna do? Like,
Hey,
no
I'm
one's
not-
gonna
I'm
get
not- I'm
hurt.
not arguing
No
with
one's
you on
gonna get
this.
hurt. This is the problem. When
Right.
you allow perverts to have this hall pass to go into women's locker rooms and bathrooms,
Yeah.
so
Biological men turning to women, I have a problem with. Yeah.
you can't say you're not allowed to use the bathroom where you work. That's not true.
Not
You're
at
just
all.
not allowed to use the women's room where other women are in there because you're not a woman. And I know you wish you were a woman or whatever's
Right, right,
going
right.
on,
Okay.
but you're
You know
not.
what? You make a very, very good point.
If you're a woman, talk to most women about this. And
Right.
The other thing I have a problem with these trans women is they try and get into these women's spaces and try and have opinions on women things, women problems, when they have not lived even a tenth of their life as a fucking woman. These trans women should not ever have any sort of opinion on women things because they have no idea what it's like to be a woman. I have no idea what it's like to be a woman. I don't know, and I never will. So therefore, I shouldn't really have an opinion on women's issues. I'm a man. The only opinions I should have are on men's issues. And women should not have an opinion on men's issues because they have no idea what it's like to be a man. This is how shit is. You want an opinion on a gender? Then make sure you are that gender and you have lived as that gender your entire life. To be fair, it's hard to understand how to be a woman. Being a man, pull my finger. Men are very simple creatures. We're fucking idiotic retards who do shit that put our lives in danger because we think it's funny. Just like I have no idea what it's like to be a man, so I do not have a fully informed opinion on male issues. I stay out of it because man would know better. You are adorable creatures that I adore. Yeah, men, we're retarded. We're idiots. We're just the biggest idiots on the planet. But we're funny. And we're endearing. I mostly agree with this, but as a dad of a girl, I think I should have some say on certain... Okay, that I will agree on, Voxlore, yes. I would say certain things men should have an opinion on because they are fathers of the daughter. So I would agree to that, Voxlore. You have a point. Same thing with mothers and their sons. They should have some opinion because they are the mother of a son. So you make a very good point, Voxlore.
Unless they're insanely captured by this woke ideology where they can't see reality and the fact that perverts are still a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
And this loophole. You've given the loopholes. Like, there's men in prison. I think it's like 47 biological males in California are housed in women's prisons. Some of them are offenders.
And some of them get pregnant. There's trans women going to jail and they're causing all types of harm and ruckus in the...
Some mothers make bad decisions for their son. Yeah, and some fathers make horrible decisions for their daughters too. It's just, We're human. We make horrible decisions. We're flawed. We're not perfect, but some of us are severely imperfect. Exactly. With regard to safety and the like, I expect a say, but the rest is all for you women to deal with. Yes. Yep. Yeah. There are very few things that I would say men should have an opinion on when it comes to women, because they are a father of a daughter, and vice versa as well. Oh, I'm most of the time when I'm hard on myself, it's more of a joke. Because see, I can't I like to sort of be hard on myself because it keeps me grounded and keeps me humble. So I don't get a big head. But I know the kind of person I am. I know I'm a good person and everything. So it's just, if you hear me like severely hard on myself, don't think I'm being serious. If I ever have a kid, which first off, I apologize ahead of time because I would have unleashed utter chaos on the world, but ain't no one telling me about this stupid ass affirming bullshit. The world will have to be prepared for when there is a mini me.
These jails. You can't make this shit up. And I think the big part that Joe Rogan's getting to is it's the subtle acceptance that
when you speak humbling about yourself, your AVA gets small. You look sad.
that gets to that point. All the TQ plus stuff, because the LGB, the gays, we were fine. After gay marriage, we were chilling. It's this TQ plus side of things that is bringing everything.
I was actually legitimately happy when the gay people got what they wanted with the gay marriage and gay rights, all that stuff. When it came to marriage and stuff, I was genuinely happy for them. They worked hard for that shit. They deserve it. They've earned it. But yeah, it started going downhill as soon as the TQ plus shit started getting added into it.
Thing down and causing all types of ruckus and loopholes and just slippery slope and just ruining everything and making everything really creepy, weird, and annoying. That's what they're doing. And it's a subtle acceptance from people like Steve-O and your liberal friends that you may have. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's not. It's genuinely not fine. It's genuinely not okay. It is just not. There's no other way to put it. It's not being hated.
So many of them sided with a TQ plus though, and that's where I draw the line. They were okay, pretty nice too. I wasn't because the federal government has no place determining. Should have always been left to state level. Yeah.
It's not being homophobic, transphobic, no. None of that. There's people that are actually suffering from gender dysphoria. I'm not saying that's not the case. What I'm saying is we are allowing people to just overrun our society and just do whatever they want. We need to bring back some law and order. We need to bring back some structure. If you're a woman, use a woman's bathroom. If you're a man, use a men's bathroom. You can't say trans men are men and trans women are women. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trans. You would just be what you are.
The other thing I hated that went around for a while was when people in the trans community were saying, men can get pregnant too. No. Women and trans men can become pregnant because trans men are still biological women. Men and trans women cannot because we as biological males do not have a uterus. We have a dick and balls and we produce sperm. Get your shit together, people.
But you're not, because you're trans, because you're transitioning from one thing to another.
I love Chappelle talking about the car scenario with the alphabet. That's such bullshit. What am I supposed to do? Piss out a kid? Sounds like he's blaming it on everyone, like them gays totally had a camaraderie with QT+. Science stuff. I love it when you talk dirty.
Hello, trans women are women. You're not. You're a trans woman. You're a man cosplaying with a wig and a dress as a woman. Boiling down, that's what it is. You're trying your best to.
One of the other bad ones that are around are the ones that think that trans women should be allowed in women's sports. No, the fuck they should not. Because does not matter how long you've been taking hormone replacement therapy or any of that other bullshit, you are still stronger, bigger, and faster than the women. You letting trans women into the women's sports has instantaneously invalidated any and all hard work that the women have done for the sport that they are in. Do you have any idea how hard women have to work to do good in the sport that they're in? And for you to put a trans woman, a biological male, into that sport, you have completely invalidated any and all hard work that they've done. You have made a severe disadvantage for them because 99% of the time, the man is going to beat that woman because we are bigger, we are faster, we are stronger. And overall, we are better at sports. We have a severe advantage over women. It is just how we men are built. Lily Tino is going to have the uterus installed. This isn't going in. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if they have a uterus installed. We don't have the hormones or the biology to sustain that. Trans is the only way a guy can make it to the front page for winning a gold medal or beating a woman up. And we're hornier, which should horrify. There are people who think that women are actually hornier than men. You can't really tell which one is.
Transition to model what the sex and gender is. That's what you're doing.
And what age do you think most trans kids determine that they're trans?
That question there, especially it's from the beginning as well. That question right there shouldn't even fucking exist.
Violet told us.
Most of these men were not even in the top 100 in the men's, but make it into the first nearly every time in the women's. Yeah, we get very horny. Based on book talk, definitely women. Oh, God, the smut that you women read. Jesus Christ, it could make a lot of us men curl our fucking toes.
When she was 1.5, she's been telling us since she could speak. So she knew since birth.
You have instantly failed as a parent, and by law, you should have your kid taken away from you, and you should be barred from ever having a kid. Let us take your uterus out so you can not ever reproduce again. Your genes are not needed. Thank you, and goodbye.
What motivated you to come out here today?
We're supporting our child, Violet, and her access to the medical care that she needs.
We're here for her rights and her ability to be who she is. She's not going to let anybody silence her, and we're not going to stand in her way.
I feel like when you read my post, you have to skim it 4 times just to make... you fucking whore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Tumblr makes me think women are terrifying. You've gotten in trouble with Automod quite a bit there, Happy.
Are you concerned about how this case would affect Arizona, or do you think that would have an impact there?
Yes, 100% we're concerned, and we've discussed having to move, which we don't want to do, but Violet comes first, and her medical care and her medical needs come first. So
this is why. There's people out there just like...
Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to mastectomies or any sort of that sort of surgery, the only time kids should ever get that is if it is to save their life, because there's something that is threatening their life. within their body. That is the only time those kind of surgeries should happen to a kid, is if it is to save their life. That is it. No other fucking reason. Hi, Rose. You came into us being very mad at people. Yes, I am laying down the law. This is the law in the nerd empire. We live by logic and reality.
I don't rock with the gay community at all. I don't rock with none of this. These people are not parents. They're not parenting. They're not leading. They're not doing any of that. You're being a child's friend and accepting any type of delusion you want from them. And you did a piss poor job raising your child if that's how they end up being. I'm sorry. This is one.
We should have a law in place where that if you, as a parent, are affirming, are even attempting to affirm any sort of trans whatever to a kid, to your kid, you should have your kid taken away. You should be, it should be illegal for you to have a kid, and you should have your uterus taken out. Both you and the father should be fixed, so you can never have kids again, because what you have done is basically grooming and mutilation to your own child.
I try to be kind, nice. This is one. It's children. It's a minor. What the hell do you mean it came out as transgender at 1.5 years old? Oh my gosh.
If saying, I will say this for anyone in the future that sees this video, if saying any of this stuff gets me destined for hell, I will go there with a fucking smile. Bring back proper punishment. Hello, Delvanus. Dinosaur man. That's actually good, because then who the fuck would risk it? Right now we have no consequences for these retards. I'll be there beside you, sweetheart, because this is something I stand strongly to. First attempt was fine. Oh, Delvanus. I have a desire just to call you Dinosaur Man. Don't worry, we'll meet you there then. We'll carpool. I read Dinosaur Man. Her scarf looks like the beard of Burger King Man. Hey, you know what? That's insulting to the Burger King Man. At least he would be more logical than this dumb bitch. Dynamite!
What are we gonna do? Like, literally, what are we gonna do? I'm hoping more content like this just highlights.
I think I'll just call you Delve. Or Dale. Just call you Dale. Just short. Listen, I played a lot of WoW 10-day trials, so I turned name creation into a game itself. Oh, you did a great job with that. Oh, you got a Destiny 2 icon. Nice. I know what to do. Dox all these idiots. Yeah, that works.
Insanity of these conversations and how real it is. So like when you hear it with your friend groups, when you hear it around,
only one VTuber is allowed to call me Dale, and
you
she
hear it with family
it.
and friends.
Okay, I'll just Delvanus then. Dino might, but do we know if Dino will?
You're just out and about. You push back politely. Because we're going to get to a place like this where there's literally marches and protests of grown-ass adults saying their child came out to them when they were trans as 1.5 years old. We're fighting for their rights to medically manipulate themselves for the rest of their life. I have nothing to say.
I'm right there with you, my guy. I don't know what to say either.
Here are things that the woke people do that really...
Oh, I like this guy. He's come across my thing a few times. I like him.
He pisses me off as a gay guy. Thinking you can be whatever you want to be. You want to be a dog? Well, you are one now. Just because you look rough doesn't mean you're a dog. What the fuck? How
I love this guy. He's popped up on my TikTok a couple of times. He is awesome. He's so based.
far do they take it? Like, if you're ill, am I allowed to take you to the vet, or do I have to take you to hospital for humans? I'll make you shit in a litter tray, don't try me. Scary how easy it is to now just be the opposite gender. For example, all I have to do is just tell you, guess what guys, I'm a woman now.
Yep, that's bad. We don't need people out here just saying, yep, I'm a woman, I'm gonna do whatever I want. No!
And that's it, I can now go into the women's bathrooms, it's discrimination if you try and kick me out. Again, there are genuine trans people out there that I actually love, respect, and I love watching their journey. I should call him. There are people out there that really abuse that system. Like, I can genuinely have a beard like Dumbledore and walk into the women's toilets and just...
I'm sorry, dude. It just looks like you could not, for the life of you, grow a beard. I don't know if that sounds mean, but it just does not look like you could grow a beard.
Say I'm a lady. Personally, I think trans women are not a threat to women in the bathrooms at all. If anything, they want to get railed by a man.
Here's the other thing. I got nothing against this guy. I love him. Wish I found you sooner. Base tubers on the rise. LFG. To be born. I prefer beards on men. I know Asians who can be hairier. All right, I got nothing. I love this guy. He's awesome. The one thing, why is it that the younger people in Gen Z all have the hairstyle that makes it look like they're alpacas? What is with the alpaca hairstyle? I don't get it. Why does every person in their teens or early 20s have an alpaca hairstyle? My gender is mad scientist. Is mad scientist. My pronouns are Dr. Doc. I just say fortune. Carl. Broccoli heads.
And the fact that if you don't like anything, it's called phobia. I don't like what straight men are into. Beer, pool, football, their culture is not for me. Straight culture is not for me. Gay culture might not be for them. That doesn't make them phobic.
Just because a straight man says, "Oh, I don't like what gay people do."
Hell, there are very, very, and I mean very flamboyant straight men who do a lot of gay shit that are straight. They just like the gay shit. They're just flamboyant. They're still straight. Hell, even femboys that are just regular femboys, bi femboys, hell, very flamboyant gay femboys. There are straight femboys. There are just, even just regular dudes who are straight that like gay shit. They're still straight. Doesn't mean they're gay. They're fabulous. Totally. What's this? I don't know what... It doesn't show the icon what that's from. I don't know what that's from. I think that may be Facebook. I can't tell. I think it's just Streamlabs. I have no idea. That hairstyle is the Ohio Skibbity Riz and got bussin' for real, for real. I hate that I have said that entire thing out loud. I hate that I read that out loud. I hate that. I hate that I read that out loud. They're straight. They just like the gay shit. That's my quote of the day. You had 2 to 5 guys in a room who are friends. There are gonna be a lot of gay innuendos. If a group of dudes that are friends with each other are really comfortable with each other, they're gonna do the gayest shit. They're gonna be more gay than actual gay people. That's just how a tight group of dudes are. They're gonna be more gay than the actual gay. I'm proud of you. We are. Griff, do you feel sorry for the young people who feel they have a disorder with their gender, but they can't afford therapy or means of help? I do feel sorry for those who are trying to get help. As long as they aren't making it their entire reality and identity and making it a problem for everyone else around them. Don't worry, at least you don't have canon lore that involves a gorilla. I don't think I should ask. It wasn't me. Kruta is innocent of this crime. Ow! How dare you?
Doesn't mean they're phobic of it, because I don't like what straight people do. That shit nasty to me. Doesn't mean I hate straight people. Doesn't mean I don't like them. I just don't like what they do. And they don't like...
I hate everybody equally.
what I do. And we mutually respect that, and we move on about our day. Hello? That's not a problem.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yes, Governor, you can throw shit. Good God.
Problem at all.
Don't like hanging out with gay people because of the stuff that we bring to them. That's fine. Woke people are the most culty.
They are woke. The woke gays. No, the LGBT community at large.
I once again forgot to put a cooldown on that. Equal opportunity bigotry. Yeah, pretty much. Ow. My chat is abusing me.
In general, it's just a cesspool.
You son of a bitch.
That's lost all respect, all dignity, and any type of meaning, to the point where even like we talked about before in the Pride video, all the brand, I'm really interested in what Pride is going to look like this year in 2026. And like if we're going to see another decline and decrease of brands supporting Pride parades, because I think a lot of people are just over it. They're completely over it, you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Are you someone that's straight and you're just tired of the antics that the gay community has always been up to and promoting and pushing? Are you gay? And are you just like a normal gay person that is all...
Ow. Ah, damn it. Lusty is used to giving the pain and not taking it. Well, at least she's not here throwing stuff at me. Hell, I haven't seen her in my stream for a long ass time.
Also tired of the nonsense. Let me know, because this is getting very tiring. It's upsetting. It's unfortunate seeing how gay people are viewed in the society, especially for me, actively seeing us being more supportive.
Watch out for
and
those
all of a
bears.
sudden come crashing down to the point where the regular gay people are even like, I want no part of this. What are we doing, you guys? Something needs to be said. I'm glad we're having this good discussion and more people are waking up to it and this rise of like normal gays out there. But I hope this video outlined and showed a clear reason as to why there's a lot of people out there who just do not like the LGBTQ community, and it doesn't have anything to do with homophobia. It's purely how the gays be acting and the...
Yeah, we don't have any sort of phobia. It's that we are getting severely burnt out and fatigued with all the bullshit that the Alphabet Mafia community has been pulling.
Crazy decrepit things that they promote. So if you like this kind of content, especially this specific gay video, I have a whole playlist that has all the LGBTQ topics that I've talked about, from more videos talking about why normal gays feel excluded, big critiques that I personally have with the gay community, gay pride parades, trans stuff, and you name it. It beans, greens, tomatoes, you name it. That's always comes to my mind when I say you name it. But you name it, it's in there. It's in the playlist. Go ahead and give that a watch. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel grow a ton. I'm very appreciative of your support and your time. And outside of this video, it says right
it's not
now,
homophobia, it's diva fatigue.
And it says nothing
yeah, there
to
you
do
go.
with the title of this video. Whatever you are going through right now in life, it is called going through it for a reason. You're not stuck. You will survive. You're actively going through it, so do not give up hope. That's pretty much it. Like literally, I don't know what you have going on in your life right now, but I know it's something. It is. I mean, hell, whether it be family drama, friend drama, like a work, health, fitness, friends, like whatever's going on, because 9 times out of 10 there's something going on in your life right now that you're privately personally dealing with. You can deal with it, and I say that as someone who's been through hell and back. I say that as someone with all the sliced marks and attempts and all types of craziness. Hell, Papa just died. Here he is. This
oh God.
Put in the comments below what to do with like cremated remains, but I mean, hell, I told y'all he passed away. Now I'll call him on the channel. I'm probably gonna make him into a rock and put him up there on the shelf. But anyways, he passed. Dealing with that, but it's fine. He was already ready to go. That's why I filmed the podcast when I did, because I knew it was gonna be ending up. So if you want to get that watch podcast with my grandpa, that I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, I mean, he got cremated, so I am actually like not even like dark humor. I genuinely am curious if you've ever done anything like that and what you've done with like cremated remains. So for now, he's just right there. Yeah, whatever you got going on in your life, I hope you're doing all right. And do know that it's literally called going through for a reason. You're not stuck. You will survive. Whatever season you're in, it's a season. It will pass. So remember, you're stronger than you may think you are, and you got this. So with that being said, love you guys a ton, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces.
That was a really long one for us. That's going to be a long-ass video to fucking edit. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was, what was his name again? Amir Odom. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And that was quite the video. I know it was a bit upsetting at first, but I highly recommend checking him out. And I'm actually going to subscribe to him because he has very base takes. I want my ashes compressed into a gem. Meh. But yeah, I recommend checking him out. This is him right here. Very base takes. Amir's a great guy. He explained the situation. Yeah, he's very well spoken and very articulate for the subjects he talks about. So he has very good views and everything. So he's a good guy. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well. So please make sure to give that a look-see. See if you enjoy that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.